Hey everybody, thanks for checking out my video today. Today we're going to talk about brand marketing. What is brand marketing and why you should avoid it. Now, livestock branding goes back at least to the time of the early Egyptians. These brands were designed to be simple and to make it easy for others to identify whose livestock was which. We've all seen these in old cowboy movies and whatnot. And large businesses do very much the same thing. There are a lot of big brands that we know. These brands often make ads where they're just simply getting their logos out in front of you. We all remember many famous ads actually by Coke and Hertz and these other guys. And these ads weren't selling anything. They simply got their name out in front of you. The hope was that eventually by seeing these you'd buy their product when you saw them in the store. There's one problem with brand advertising though. Remember this little guy? Back in the late 1990s, Taco Bell brought out the Taco Bell Chihuahua. The ads were incredibly popular. They became a pop icon. The problem is that it simply didn't work. In the year 2000, Taco Bell found that sales in their stores had actually dropped by 6% compared to the year before. So having a great brand marketing campaign doesn't really mean that it's going to get you any business. The huge Madison Avenue advertising firms love these kinds of ads. They win them awards. They allow them to charge their customers even more money, and in cases like this, charge them even more money to not deliver results. As a small business, you should avoid brand marketing. There is one important exception, and I'll go over that towards the end of the video. Instead, focus on promotions that have a positive return on investment. In order to do that, you have to be able to measure the effectiveness of your promotion. Now, most of us know how much we paid for a promotion, a mailing, or whatever it is. But in a lot of cases, we don't know exactly how much revenue it generated. And really, if you don't know how much you got back for how much you put in, how do you know where to focus your efforts? You don't. Now, there is one type of brand marketing that most small businesses do. That's the Yellow Pages. Every year, the Yellow Page man comes around and tells you you gotta have a nice ad in the Yellow Pages. Now, you know what that costs, but how much revenue does it generate? If you don't know, how do you know whether it's worth advertising in the Yellow Pages at all? Now, there are ways to track the effectiveness of your Yellow Page ads, but I'm not going to cover that in this video. That's for another video. Now, here's the important exception to the rule. That exception is social media. Many of these sites are huge. Facebook has recently exceeded 500 million active users. Now, that doesn't include people who started up accounts and then didn't use them. These are active users. That's way too many people for you to ignore. Your business should have a fan page on Facebook. I do go into that in some of the other videos as well. But the big difference is that social media sites are places where you meet people, where you join in the conversations with them, and then it's a place to build rapport. It's not a place to sell. Now, eventually, of course, we do want to sell to these people. But what happens is after you build rapport, then it's time to metaphorically invite them back to your place where they'll expect to hear a pitch. The best way to think of social media sites is sort of like a party. Imagine that you decided to have a big barbecue and invite the entire neighborhood. Everyone shows up, as you see here. So the music's playing, everybody's eating, drinking a beer, or whatever your favorite frosty beverage is. And this guy shows up. And he starts hard selling everybody. Telling them maybe he's selling Amway or something. Now, clearly this is not what you should be doing at a party. And you don't want to be this guy. At social media sites, you want to be cool and just relax, have a good time. Naturally, people are going to wonder what you're doing. You let them know what you're doing, but you never do a hard sell. So in conclusion, just stay away from brand marketing, except of course in social media sites. You should be on these social media sites, but this isn't a place to be doing hard selling. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you'd like to see more of it, stop by Small Business Promotion Coach. You could type it in, or there should be a link somewhere below this if you're watching this on YouTube. So this is Chris. I'm out. Thanks again for stopping by.